To another episode of Talkin' Shit ATL. My name's Amanda Ellenberg.
And I'm Prodigy Q.
And then we have a guest here today.
What's up, guys? Hey. My name's Tiffany Driscoll, and I am an online fitness and nutrition coach, and I'm super stoked to be here today.
Yeah, we are so happy to have you. So everyone knows, you can find Tiffany online at Tiff, Tiff Driscoll, Driskel.
That's impressive.
Yes.
That's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
People do not get that right.
Yeah. I got you. People get my last name wrong all the time, so I got you. It's like burned in my brain. But every time I feel like I'm wrong. Like anytime I say or spell someone's name, I'm like, you're wrong.
It's the worst.
I'm actually right. But so do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell them about your background.
Absolutely. So I honestly grew up dancing, grew up in sports, grew up acting, got a major in BFA theater performance, and a minor in dance, and we went to acting school together.
Yeah, we met in college.
And it's really been cool to see just how things have shifted and changed a little bit for me. And this has been a season, actually the past 2.5 years have been a season where I've really been focusing a lot on building a business, getting into that, so I have more stability, going more into acting and everything like that. So it's been interesting. So started my own business in 2021, which was the scariest thing I have ever done in my entire life. I'm not gonna lie. Like, my parents were like, "What are you doing?" Right. So I've been doing that for a while, and strength and nutrition coach, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been awesome. But yeah, it was scary.
I bet. We kind of got the idea for this episode too. If you check out I Will Work Out Part 1 and 2. We had our friend Will here sharing his like health and fitness perspective, but more so like from a person that has trained themselves throughout their lives and has created that discipline for themselves. So we thought we'd bring in a professional that knows how to help you create discipline for yourselves, so that everyone can take something away from both of their experiences.
Absolutely. And now again, from our beginning episodes of this year, we talked about our goals, we talked about our New Year's resolutions, and so kind of bringing these things back is our way of, helping us all throughout the process, like stay committed to the goals that we've set in the place here. We kind of create that platform, to keep ourselves accountable, to keep our viewers, listeners accountable, so that, we kind of let you know that we're encouraged through you all. Y'all be encouraged through us, and know that, we going to make sure we keep everybody accountable. And
it's a community.
Exactly. And we're checking in. This is like a perfect time since the beginning of the year, since that episode, to be able to check in, see how everybody's doing after the first quarter. Right.
Yeah. And it's great because again, it's already moving. Yeah. So it's been really amazing, really good time. So
for sure. But I do want to get into. And also we will have a workout portion at the end, so stick around for that. You can listen in audio and on YouTube, but I think you'll get the best benefits from YouTube. Absolutely. So whichever way you want to listen to the beginning, just come on and check us out on YouTube in the end and come learn with us. So but before all that, I want to get into how it was for you creating a business, and like on the business side, if you have any tips or any challenges you went through that might help someone else.
Oh my gosh. It was the most terrifying thing, I'm not going to lie. I felt like I was asking so many people, like, should I do this? And I wanted someone to tell me, yes, do it, or don't do it. And a lot of people were just like, yeah, it's really scary. There are ups and downs. But I feel like as creators and as actors, we take risks. That's what we do. That's what we're taught to do. So but also, like, I was like, this is me taking a risk. And I want to, like, I know sometimes there are going to be highs and there are going to be lows, just like an acting career, but I want to dive into it. And so I first started, I was, like, in-person training, and I was starting my own business, and I was working at that. And then I slowly started petering off with in-person training, and then just fully launched my business. It took me about I believe it was 6 months to go full on supporting myself with my business.
Oh, wow.
That's actually really fast.
Really fast.
That's
Let me
amazing.
tell you, I was like, it was scary.
Wow.
That's what was scary, because I realized, I was like, if something messes up, like, this is all I have. This is it.
Yeah.
Right.
And obviously, if I needed to go back to in-person training, I could. If I needed to, but like, I was like, dang, it's all on me. And I was like, Tiffany, you just gotta jump. You just have to do it.
Yeah.
And that was like the most frightening thing.
That's amazing.
But taking that jump, it allowed me to have more time, which helped to grow my business. So I think the biggest piece of advice is like, take the jump. Don't think too much about it, and just jump, take the risk, and it's worth it.
Oh, you're hitting my heartstrings right
me too,
now.
me
I'm like,
too.
I need to take the jump.
Right,
Because I can't tell you,
Yeah.
I wish I had started it so much earlier. 2020,
Yeah.
I was stuck at my college, and I was actually on campus because I was helping other residents, and I had ideas. I was like, I'm gonna start this. And I didn't. And I pushed it off for so long. And I'm telling you, if I had done it sooner, I would have been probably a whole lot more successful. But I procrastinated, so start now. Just do it.
Yeah, it feels like when you're starting out any kind of business, you need to like have all the answers ahead of time.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's definitely what's gotten in my way of feeling like I need to have it all together so that it starts strong, and that like people have faith in me from the jump, that they don't see me like I don't know, like struggling or like figuring it out and then not trust me. So like, how have you moved through any of those feelings?
Yeah, that's been hard. I have just had to learn along the way and make some horrible mistakes, and just adjust from that, because to be honest, I did not have it all together at first. I was like, wait, what the heck? I'm not supposed to like Venmo my clients? Like there's a whole payment system. Like, oops, I didn't accounting team. Yeah, I was like, I need to pay taxes on this. This isn't all mine. What? Like that.
And it's different taxes.
Yeah,
it's the business. Yeah,
it sucked. Like learning all that stuff, and I didn't go to business school. I don't know this stuff. Here I am, like an actor trying to figure this stuff out. So. But yeah, I just adjusted, and obviously I think something that's important is asking for help. Asking someone, like understanding that you do not know it all, even if it's your business. Get help and figure it out, you know. But it's cool. You get to learn more things, so that's fun.
Yeah.
You know? So.
How did you ask for help? I'm sorry, this is my last one. I'm sorry. He's like, I don't know. He's waiting. He's like on the.
Is it my turn?
I'm sorry. It's just everyone's like leading into the next question. Okay. Last one for me for a minute. How did you ask for help? Like, who did you look for? What type of people did you see?
Yeah. So that was really hard, because I have to be honest, in Atlanta, I don't feel like there are that many online coaches. There are a lot of in-person coaches, but an in-person business is so different than an online business. Right. So I invested a lot of money. I hired an online business coach, and that was really scary for me, because I'm like very much like I like to save my money. I don't want to spend it. Like, let me save, you know, I just started a business. I need to save my money. But yeah, I hired an online business mentor who helped me grow. And a year and a half, I guess I've had her for a year. I still have her, and I don't know where I would be without her.
Oh my god,
that's so great.
So,
that's amazing.
I needed to hear that too.
And friends too. My dad, friends, like especially for financial stuff. Like, that was huge. But I needed that.
And what was the overall support that you received, or kind of things that you've gotten since, or in the beginning, what were those kind of things, I guess, that kept you going, to push through those harder times, or were there any times that you decided to give up?
Oh man, there were probably about 4 of those times I wanted to give up. I think what pushed me more and more was like knowing that every single, whether it's a post or it's me talking, like those teeny tiny things are making a difference. Even if it doesn't feel like it, like hearing from some of my followers that, hey, when you talked about that said thing, that really that hit home for me. Just like remembering that, those teeny tiny small things make a difference, help me okay, we're changing lives out here. Slowly but surely we're doing the darn thing. Okay. But it takes time. So the wins help.
Amazing. And what are your long-term goals and aspirations, moving forward in the future, where you see yourself, in the future in this, or beyond, beyond.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Oh my goodness. So I've had this business since 2021. So I think for business goals, the goal is to eventually hire an assistant coach. We're almost to that point. We're getting super close to it. Wow. Just so I can, obviously I still want to be involved, but so I can go a little bit more towards, pick up some more acting stuff now. And so that's probably the big goal. And then letting, also changing more lives, like having more athletes, changing more lives. And then also just being able to do that as well as picking up more acting as the goal, because that helps to support me. I don't have to worry about too much, and I can do what I love too, So that's the goal. Yeah, it might take some time, but it's the goal.
Yeah, no, that's a great goal.
That's a great goal.
Yeah, and I was wondering about your acting too, because y'all, some of y'all might know, I don't know who's listening to this episode, but y'all probably don't know, like, this girl can act, okay? Like as easily as it is in this business to get a job, like, you could definitely get that job because you got it. You got the skills. Yeah. You got it all. So, like, you're the best. You got it. So I was definitely curious, like, on your journey transforming from acting to this career, and like what that looked like, especially because I know, like, since you did go to school during the pandemic, I'm sure it's very different than for me. Yeah, it's a hot mess. It's a really like I might get pissed talking about it because it pisses me off. February 2020, I auditioned for a really big gig. I had stepped back from performing where we were going to college, and I was like auditioning for different stuff, like, because I was like, we're about to graduate, I gotta hustle, and got a gig, found out I got it, a really big gig, found out I got it in March 2021, or 2020, everything shut down, obviously, COVID, and then after that, I won't name the production company, but the production company continued to make excuses of why we're not starting. This gig was supposed to be on Netflix and Amazon Prime. They kept pushing things out. And so I was kind of just like left, like, I was like, what? We're not start? Like, and they just kept pushing it back until, like, we were like, is this ever happening? They never started it. Never started it. Man, there's so many things that, like, none of us will know except for the people hired on that were full on shut down and never started again. Yeah, it was really frustrating. I mean, I already had the script. I had memorized it. Like, I mean, I had everything. So that was really frustrating. All the work for free part. Yeah. I was like, hey, let's go. You know? And the worst thing is I had told my entire family. I had told all my friends. So I still to this day love them, but I have some people will be like, when's it happening? When is it coming out? And I'm like, you know what? I don't think it is. I don't think it's happening. But I really struggle, and I feel like a lot of actors struggle with this. I struggled with the feeling of, like, I failed. Like, I could just completely failed. Like, I get out of school and I just completely stop acting. And so when people look at me, they're like, oh yeah, that's the girl who decided to stop acting and because she couldn't make it or something like that. And I thought of that, like, I kept thinking about that for so long. And then I realized, like, no, Tiffany, you decided to take a pause to find a career that you also love, to build a sustainable life, and then it's there whenever you want it. Yeah, you know? Exactly. And everybody's path is completely different. Exactly. Like, there are people that we went to school with that out the gate had jobs. They still have jobs every single time. There are some that I know, like, that never worked. And that's okay. That's fine. There's some that decided to, like, be done completely. There's it's all a different path. And there's some that found out that, like, maybe acting wasn't their like want, but somewhere else in the industry was. Like, so true. It's all dependent, and we all could end up still, like, coming to the same point where we're all working on even the same production. Who knows? Like, you never know. So yeah, and I think it's important, like, as actors, if we choose to take a break, or if we just completely give, we're just like, you know, this isn't for me. It's too much. Like, we did not fail. Like, we didn't. No. You know what I mean?
When you, again, coming from, like, college, or, you know, get kind of training, and again, you think about you know, where again, I've been thinking about this so long. I've been, you know, every day for like 4 years been, you know, doing it and actively doing it, and then to get out, and then it's kind of, part of it's not that consistency anymore.
Yeah.
And now I got to go find it myself. I got to put myself out there. I got to, you know, now do all these things where, again, you got like college projects, you know the postings, you know, if I audition, I'm going to get something, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? Versus like now it's like the real where it's like, oh my God. Like,
and you're surrounded by it constantly.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Like, I know our professors were always like, you gonna miss this. You ain't gonna be working as much as
Right.
this. And like, you're right. At the time, we were like, okay, I'm gonna be working every day.
I'm gonna show you.
I'm gonna be a star. It's gonna be
Instantly.
And I think that as creators and artists as a whole, because again, I know people in different variations of the arts who I think go through that kind of phase or that kind of plateau place where, you know, things might not be progressing, you know, the way you want. Man, I know people that get into music, or again, you said you have background in dance, you know, same thing where, you know, you've been doing this and had this idea your whole life, and then when it gets to that point, okay, now we got to do it, and it is trying to, like I said, weasel through all of it to figure out how do I do that. And a lot of that does come with, like, you know, reconstructing yourself, or you know, thinking about, you know, how, you know, changing myself dynamically, you know, and all these things that definitely come with the process. But I do tell people, like, to more than anything, to enjoy the process, even though, you know, we hear that and it's definitely huge. Sometimes it's like cliche when people say it, but it's so true. Like the place you're in is the place you really need. You're not
gonna get that place back, that moment back.
You know,
so,
and sometimes again, you need
That's
those places in order to, like, say, you had that time to have that time to be like, okay, what else can I do? What else do I love?
Right.
And I've done the same thing. You know, it's like literally been that. Like, okay, what else? Other gifts do I have? Talents I have? You know, things I love, enjoy doing as well. To be able to, you know, make an income from both, pursue my passions, especially in an industry where, again, a lot of people, you know, of course, don't make it or don't continue, or, you know, you're kind of always told, like, you know, especially in this industry, like, say, I mean, and again, a creative as a whole, is people always kind of have, like, the reputation that is not sustainable. That's like a major reputation, you know. You know, I mean, I know, like, even when going to school, like, the thing I kept hearing all the time was, what are you going to do with that? I'm like, what do you mean what I'm going to do with that? You know what I mean?
Most of those people asking the question aren't in the industry.
Right, not, but
they don't get it.
It's kind of that mindset, though. Again, that's the persona of, like, people who get into this industry. You know, it's like, is that, you know, musically, how you going to support yourself? You know, you think you just going to make it and be a big time star, you know. But there's other things you find out, that there's actually ways to actually make a livable life, pursuing what you want.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody in these past 5 years can, like, really, or 4 years, I guess. My brain is dead because COVID. But anyways, segueing into that, I don't think anybody can really, like, be hard on themselves. I know it's easy to do. I do it all the time. But like, none of us could really be hard on ourselves, because not only did we, like, go through a pandemic, but we also had a potential strike, but then we had 2 strikes that were, like, 9 months long last year. So it was like every other year we're getting a long, like, year of time just taken away from us in our industry.
And especially, like, class of 2020, that's when I graduated. Like, we didn't get anything. We didn't get a graduation. We didn't get a showcase.
Really?
We didn't get anything. Like, it was like, I didn't even get to say goodbye to my class. It was just like, spring break, done. You're never coming back. Bye. Good luck.
Good luck. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
It sucks so much.
I don't know how y'all dealt with that.
I don't know.
And then also, I wanted to tell you, I'm sorry. I don't want you to get nervous about it, but just be careful with slapping your hands.
Oh, that's good to know.
It might come in there. I'm sorry. I meant to say it, but then we didn't have time.
I'm like clapping. I'm like,
we just got a little beat, like, underneath.
This is good stuff. You got hand claps and snaps. This is dropping jewels right now.
And then I even did this where I was, like, in front of my face. So yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, but I don't want you to feel like a mannequin where they're, like, stuck here. But
Love it.
Okay, so Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jason. You can go ahead.
So I always ask, like, some of, like, the more quirky questions, kind of off the norm.
He does the fun stuff. I do the emo stuff.
So my question is, if you could do one exercise for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
Oh gosh. Honestly, it'd probably be sumo deadlifts.
That is insane.
Wait,
what is
what?
that? I was not expecting that.
What
I
is
was
that?
not expecting that.
So that's where you have the barbell,
Uh-huh.
the long barbell, and like your toes are pointed out a little bit, and you're basically picking up a bar from the ground, right?
Okay.
And it literally works full body, but also hits the glutes. So it's full body. So that's probably why I did
That's the
it.
grunt one, right?
Yeah, you're like,
you need the grunt.
You need the grunt.
Yeah.
You can wear the belt, and also it's just a movement where you just feel so strong. And
Yes.
You just feel great. You
I
feel
love
great.
that.
Mind, body, and soul.
Yes,
workout.
right.
Yeah.
I love that. Actually.
Yeah, that's a good
one.
one. That's a good one.
So what was a time in your life where you had like no motivation to work out, or were dealing with negative emotions that just like kept you in bed?
Yeah.
And how did you work through that and still continue?
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, in 2021, went through a breakup, and I just like did like my way of coping for the very first week was literally just to lay in bed. I was like, I'm good right here. I'm not gonna. I don't want to lift right now. And I was a trainer then too. I let myself process that, but then I also like felt like crap too. Like my body felt like crap, not just emotionally. And so I tell myself, I was like, okay, I know the way I feel after a workout, so let me just go, and I'm gonna be there for 15 minutes. And 15 minutes in the gym is like, it's not very long. No. I was like, I'm just gonna do 15 minutes, and I'm just gonna do things I actually like and things I feel good at doing, and then I'm leaving. And so I just started that, and I just did it like very slowly. And if I wanted to leave, I let myself leave.
Nice.
Yeah, but you
nice.
still got yourself to show up.
Yeah. And then I also got an accountability buddy, because I was like, after it had been like 2 weeks, I was like, okay, Tiff, you need to. It's time. So I had my friend hold me accountable, and she was like, get up, you're going to the gym.
Yes.
Come on, like, we're gonna make this breakup's making you better, not worse.
Yes.
So accountability buddy will pull you along.
I was gonna say, right.
Yes, we need a mama to get
Get
to school. Yes.
Get it. And if you don't have some in your corner, listen, find some.
Yeah.
Definitely some people who are really
set an alarm with your voice saying, get your fucking ass out of bed.
Get up right now.
Get up.
Yes.
So true.
Whatever it takes.
So true.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna let you go, but you're chug-a-lug-a-lugging.
Sorry.
We need some water.
I do. You gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah. And I'm dehydrating myself.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the weirdest fitness trend or gadget you ever tried or even seen?
I've seen some ridiculous stuff. I think a trend was, this was when I was younger. There was this thing. It was like a diet where if you want to look like somebody, eat just like them.
Yes.
So I loved how my sister looked. She was like really, really thin and tiny, and I was like, I want that. So I ate just as she ate for the entire week, and nothing changed. And nothing will change.
Right.
And that goes for workouts too. If you want to look like that same person, we're all different. We're all unique.
Yes.
And that's a good thing. So like that, and then probably a cool gadget is literally what I have on my finger right now. It's called the Oura Ring. It tracks your sleep, your steps. It'll tell you if you're too stressed.
Oh, really?
It'll tell you like if it has something called resilience. And so like if my resilience is going down, it'll let me know, hey, you need to slow down.
So it's digitized?
Yeah.
And
then if it feels like I'm too stressed, it'll like give me notifications to do like breath work.
Oh, really?
And it'll lead you through breath work, and like it's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So this is probably the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not sponsored at all, and you can say no, but do you want to do a little infomercial?
Yes.
Do a little...
Yes.
I will. Give happily.
Okay.
So this right here.
I love this.
This is an Oura Ring right here. I have the older version, but it's absolutely amazing. Tracks our steps. It will track your workouts, but it's amazing just to look at your stress levels, to really track your sleep. It'll tell you how long you've been in deep sleep, REM sleep, and that's helpful to see, because if you're not getting enough of a certain one, it tells you what to do to improve it until it's perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's like your own little sleep coach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
Get your sleep coach today.
Right. Best Z's in real life.
And is It's their company name here because y'all ain't gonna get it again for free. If y'all want to come and sponsor us, come on over and come sponsor Tiffany.
That's right.
I
love it.
At Tiff Driscoll, come on, come sponsor.
Love it.
Okay, so how did you get like into fitness to begin with, personally, and then as a career?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay.
I know you did sports.
Yeah, I did sports, but I didn't get into like actual gym, like going into a gym, because that's really scary to me. Like it's just scary. Let's be honest, walking into a gym is really frightening.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
So most people around there are like at the end of their goals. You know what
I mean?
It's so starting out.
Right.
So my boyfriend back in 2018, 2019 was a personal trainer. So I went with him. Personal trainer / he was really a swim coach, but whatever. He called himself a personal trainer, but okay. So I went to the gym with him for the first time. Obviously things didn't work out. And as I was moving to college and everything like that, and I got into fitness because we went through like a really toxic breakup. The breakup probably lasted like 8 to 10 months. I don't know if you guys have had one of those.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, he was that person I just could not get rid of. And so through that 8 to 10 months, I was like pissed all the time. And I was like, and the way I got rid of it was just in the gym. I had no idea what I was doing. I made a whole bunch of mistakes. Like I've fallen off of machines. I've done all of the crazy, stupid stuff. I've had people come up to me telling me, hey, you're using that machine completely wrong. Like, I've done all the embarrassing things, right? I started there. And then I kept going and I just didn't stop. It became, at first it's really hard and you hate it. Then it just becomes a discipline and then it becomes a delight because you're like, oh my gosh, I need this. I need this. And it became a delight and it just addicting for me. And so during the breakup, that's how I got into it. And then I just kept going in college. I would just work out. It was kind of my escape because if you were ever in a theater departments are very dramatic. We're dramatic people. Let's be honest. So there's always drama.
So sometimes
I was just like,
it feels like High School Musical for real.
It's like we gotta get out. So there were just some days I was like, I have to escape. So I would just go to the gym, and that's how I got out of it. And then I had a professor, one of the acting professors, knew I was like into the gym. He was like, hey, that makes a really good career pairing. And I was like,
wow.
Oh, yeah. One of the professors told me that. And I was like, ooh. And he was like, and you're good at it too. Like, why don't you pursue that? And I know this sounds weird, but I felt like he was giving me permission. I was such a rule follower. I can do that. I can be an actor, like a good actor, and okay. And literally the next day, I like signed up for a personal training course.
That's awesome.
And that's how it started. That's how it started.
Amazing. Yeah, I definitely want to get to the point where it's a delight because right now it's a chore. And I'm working on getting to a discipline part and getting like past the chore, but I can't wait for the time that I know, right? Because I've had it before where it's been a delight. It's just once you stop and then like you don't go back, that's the hardest transition of like getting back on the wheel.
It is very like therapeutic as well. Like
it is.
By the time you really start going, like you say, you really come out of it. Like, you know what, that really wasn't that bad. Or I do feel so much better. Especially again like during those stressful times, for sure.
For real.
And so many times where it's like, for me, it's like when I'm thinking about like I'm feeling horrible. It's like I've been telling myself, you need to go to the gym. Because it's like I know that actually will make me better. You know what I mean?
The worst portion of it is gonna be me convincing myself to go.
That's it. That's the part.
And then after that, it's great.
I know I feel so much great about everything. I feel like
that's why you just need somebody to pull you in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Drag you in there. That always helps. That always helps.
Yes, and I know I told you I'd be working out with Will and stuff, and I have worked out not as many times as I'd like, but a handful of times I have done it, so that is good. But speaking back to Will, so we talked a little bit about like people not feeling like they can trust a lot of people on social media in general, but specifically in like the training world, and that a lot of them might teach people wrong, you know? So 100%. How have you seen that like with your peers? Like how do you teach against that and like have people trust you in your work?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of crap out there. Like unfortunately, most of the stuff is absolute crap. I hate to say it. But I think some of the biggest things one of the things I try to do is provide education and education that is evidence-based. Yeah. If it has not been like in some type of meta-analysis or study, and I know I'm using geekish words, but if it hasn't been studied and proven, I'm not going to talk to you about it, or I'm not going to share about it. Right. And I think that's what we need to start looking when we're listening to these different influencers claiming that one certain exercise can make you have a toned, snatch waist. Right. One exercise ain't gonna do that. Right. Like that's just not gonna happen. Or following this diet for 2 weeks. Like we just have to use our brain, I think. Yeah. And one thing that you can, if a coach or a trainer or an influencer ever uses like absolutes, like the only way or the best way, normally it's false. Because like in the fitness industry, it truly all depends. Right. Like it just depends because everybody has a different body type. Right. Everybody has different medical issues. Like it just depends.
Diet, like affects. Like some people can have the same vegetables and one person it inflames them.
And one person
one person is great. Yeah.
Yeah. And we all have different genetics. Some people put on muscle faster than others. Like it's just how it is. So but definitely looking out for the absolutes and then evidence-based. Making sure it's evidence-based and it's been proven.
Is that how you kind of plan yours? Is like look at studies and...
Yeah, looking at studies and then also whatever my athletes or clients are struggling with, like knowing, okay, if they're struggling with this, then there are definitely other people who are struggling with it. Right. And so then like using their questions and starting my creative content with that. Yeah. That helps me a lot.
I guess when you have clients now that you're not in person fully anymore?
No, like, not at all. Yeah. Work? So basically they have their workout online. I have my own app that they use. And
it's like your app?
Yeah. Well, it's called Trainerize, but it's like TIFFIT Coaching Trainerize. Okay. Oh, nice. So it's mine. That's cool. Technically. But so they have all their workouts on the app. They have their nutrition goals on the app. They can update their progress photos, their measurements. They have little things they need to check off each week, and it's going to be different for each person. Some people need to hit their water goals. Some people already hit their water goals, so it's going to be different for each person. Yeah. But it's all through an app, and then they can, we do video calls sometimes. But and they check in with me. They have 24/6 access to me via like a Voxer app where we can voice memo back and forth. So I'm always voice memoing. Yes. So
And what kind of some of the first things that you like when you get a new client or you get somebody who's interested in sign up for you with you? What are some of the things like that you try to hit on or ask them? To figure out kind of what they need
So I have them fill out a very, very lengthy form. I think the biggest thing is like dieting history is really, really important, and just their history with food and eating disorders is really important because that's going to tell me how I'm going to approach their entire protocol. Right. Also looking at how do they best learn, because like my coaching is very much providing education so that they can learn how to do it by themselves. Like I want people to know how to do all of this by themselves. And so how do they learn? Like what's their learning style? Is it visual? Do they listen better? So that's a big thing that I look at. But obviously injuries are going to be huge. Also, what workouts do they prefer? Like if somebody tells me, Tiffany, I hate Bulgarian split squats or I hate squats, I'm probably like for the first 3 months I'm probably not going to put that in their programming because we best adhere to what we actually enjoy. And if like somebody likes jumping jacks, I mean I don't like jumping jacks, but if you want jumping jacks as a warm-up and you'll do them because you like them, it's in your program,
It's the best workout ever. She knows me so much.
I have an athlete. They're like, oh my gosh, jumping jacks aren't in my program, and I'm just like, they're not doing much for you, but okay.
It gets you pumped though. I do love a jumping jack. I do. My traumatic ass loves a jumping jack.
I feel like that's necessary too, because I think part of like, especially when you're just going to the gym and stuff like that, you don't know. Again, like we talked before in the other episodes, like you don't know what machines to use, don't know where to start, you don't know where to go, and so you really tend to go less and less because you do feel like, I don't know what I need to be doing. I don't know what I work. So it becomes more of a chore. It becomes more of a, oh my gosh, I really got to go in there. Versus again, like you said before, like even when you mentioned earlier how like when you first started going, you only went doing the things you love.
Yeah.
And I think that like that's so important, like when you get started, because you need to just have the minds, because you know it's all you know, mind over matter. Right. It, you know, the thing you talk about is getting out stuff and telling myself, okay, get up and go. You know, but we have things like, okay, I don't mind going. I love when I go.
Exactly.
You know, I get excited when I go. I love, you know, that makes you get in the habit. Because you know, once you get in the habit, you know, you do start adding on stuff.
It does.
Let me go try this extra machine. Let me, you know, let me do this extra set. You know, I mean, just the more you go. And I think, like I said, just having that and putting that in people's like plans is really dope. Yeah. And just to get them like, you know,
exactly.
It's just not so bad. It's not so scary.
Exactly. You know? And I think also the more they go, that builds confidence. Because I remember I was like, I'm never touching some of those machines because I don't know how to work them. I don't know how to adjust them. But then like the more I was there, I was like, oh, this feels like home. So if I mess up, and I realized I was like, everybody's messing up. Like, he doesn't really know what he's doing.
Right.
Yeah. She definitely doesn't. You know, so you're like, oh, so we're all figuring it out. Yeah. Like, even if you see somebody who's, like, actually jacked, they probably don't know how to adjust some of the machines. Like, truly. Like, and it's like you didn't see before they were jacked and like how they were learning, too. Exactly. You know? Yeah, they've been there, too. Yeah, exactly.
That's a place, like, I try to look at it with Jill. Like, you know, you start really looking like, you know, we all, in different variations, you know, we all... you know, started from somewhere. And for me, it's always the fact that we... It is like a community in the sense of, like, different experiences.
And
the fact that we're just all in here, sometimes you see people, like, sometimes you can kind of observe and see, like, where people kind of are on their journey, all type of thing, but it's always, like, encouraging, like, when I see, like, people who, you know, like myself, like, we're not so jacked, you know what I mean? So we're just all in here just really trying to, you know...
We're trying to be healthy.
We're trying to be healthy, live long life.
And a lot of people that I have met that are, like, super built... like, at least the ones that I've talked to are really encouraging once I've had that conversation, because they're just, like, so excited to see someone just take a step in.
Right. And that's how I always feel that I look at people the same way, like just let's all be here. Like, this is the best place to be. Like, I tell you, they would say, I don't know nothing about you, but I know that you're conscious about yourself, you know, your goals, and you're here to make it happen. All that matters. And that's all that matters, you know?
Yeah. So cool.
And I think that starting with small goals is really smart.
Yeah, because I think sometimes we try to do too much. Like, people are like, oh, I want to work out 4 times. I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Like, have you been able to work out 1 time a week for 2-3 weeks at least? Right. And they're like, I tried once, or kept going, but it just didn't work. I'm like, well, let's start there. Like, let's start small and then build upon that foundation. We don't have to go full out, because then we just fail.
Right.
And then it's discouraging, and then like the whole cycle.
Do it.
Exactly. I know we're getting close to time, so I want you to be able to ask your fun questions.
Okay. Oh yeah, because we be hitting them. Okay, so let's go. Okay, let's try this. What's the most unusual location you ever done a workout in? And did anyone join or watch stop? Like, what was that like?
Full flash mob.
So this is gonna sound really weird, but I was like at school, and there was a dumpster, but it was like a white dumpster. So I was like, this is a really good. I was just getting into fitness and filming. And I was like, this looks like a really good, like, background. It's white. It looks great. So I filmed the workout in front of the dumpster. And these guys, as I was filming, they come and they're just, like, looking at me. And I'm, like, in the middle of filming, so I didn't want to stop. And they're just laughing. And I was like, don't stop.
Could you hear it in the recording?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I mean, I just, like, muted it. And I was like, I'm still going to use this because I got embarrassed. So I'm still going to use it. But, yeah, I don't know what I don't know why.
Were they trying to move the trash can, or they just wanted to watch?
No, they were just watching. They were like, why is she walking out by a dumpster? She was like, what's wrong with her?
I'm sure.
I don't know why I did that. There's so many other places.
And filming it and everything. Like,
what? Yeah, it was... Yeah, that was a beautiful background.
I love it.
I was like, what am I doing?
That's so funny. But it is wild, like, the onlooker, because I know when I've created some content, it's like it always feels weird and uncomfortable, like having anyone watch you do it. It always feels silly until I haven't gotten past the silly part, but I've heard that it feels silly until you get to a certain point where you're just used to it, and it doesn't, you don't even notice it anymore.
I had a guy, I was in Publix filming the other day, and I was filming for some nutrition reel, and it made me so mad. a guy basically was like, "Oh, there goes that like little TikTok girl or something." I'm not even on TikTok that much, but it made me mad because I was like, "Listen, this is how creators, and we're literally making money this way. This is our business. We're not just messing around here." And I almost said
it
something.
takes hard work.
It's hard. It's a lot of work. I wanted to be like, "Let's see you," but I didn't. I refrained.
Especially because, again, with that being said too, like, because a lot of things, you know, you are doing publicly, so it is at the same time like putting yourself on display. You know, even though we're doing it for our online, you know, people thinking about our online followers and stuff, but of course we have like actual buy-spotted onlookers or potential onlookers. It is sometimes like, you know,
they are
it's kind of still weird,
you know?
You know what I mean?
That's so true.
And
it's like that guy would have never found your videos, period, because clearly, like, he's not into things like that. So it's like, they're not even our target audience. So even if you have experiences like that, you can't, like, not just you, like, anybody can't take, like, full stock in that because they're not even the ones that you're trying to talk to.
Right, you know? They're just like,
they're just there. Judging.
But I'm just like, it's 2024. This is normal. Like, so many people are making, like, they have their own businesses. They make money online. Like, that's just normal.
Right.
Normal.
And I can assume, like, so maybe luckily because you do have the performing background, so typically that makes it a little, you know, less, you know, unsettling because, like, okay, well, I'm used to kind of being on that public display. But I do know a lot of people who don't have the background or never acted or never, you know, performed in front of public people or places who, like I say, who decide to do this or get into this, you know, and can have that, like, oh gosh, they're watching me. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Or if people just would come up, because I'm sure, like, you know, even for myself, I probably would have stopped. I'm not gonna lie. I would have probably got like.
I would have stopped and watched, but I would have been like your biggest silent cheerleader.
No, I would. Like, I'm saying I would have stopped if I was, you know, before that. Like, I probably would have. It probably would have hit me like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's how it's been for me.
I was embarrassing. Like, I was just trying to wait till you guys pass by.
And then if more people come, and you're like, okay,
right.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love the fact that you actually just kept on going.
Yeah, I know.
It fires me up. I'm just like, let it be normal. Like,
it shows so much strength though that you're like not phased.
I also think it depends on what people are doing. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like I wouldn't feel, you know, some type of way. I wouldn't feel about some type of way about any of it. But I guess it depends. You know, some people really, of course, at the same time on the back end do a lot of stuff for like the clout or you know just to have the views. So I mean, it's really like could be disturbances. Really, it's not really about like their own kind of goals or helping anybody. It's like their own for their own merit. So I get like if it was that kind of thing,
definitely.
But again, like I'm just over here filming some fruit, like trying to help some people. Like, hey, leave me alone.
I'm not doing a TikTok dance. Right, I'm doing fruit.
Right.
Like, come on,
very different. It's not the same thing.
Not at all.
So before we go, this is one of my questions that I really want to know. Well, I guess actually we already answered this kind of, and on what people should look out for when training on the internet. But I know you answered that a little bit. Is there anything like physically that they do you should look out for, like a way that their body moves?
Yeah. So when you're looking at different influencers and they look completely jacked, I already know so many who actually even edit their videos. And there's now something where it's like you can completely change the way your stomach looks and it has like ab lines and everything.
Really?
Oh,
and they did a breakdown of it in a reel and we're just talking about how many influencers are using this. Oh, wow. So when you're comparing yourself to somebody, please be aware that possibly is not even their body. Possibly.
Yeah.
And then also, if you are comparing them, understand that they could have been in the gym for 15 years, Also, who knows? Also, please understand, a lot of women influencers are also on steroids as well. So just be careful when you are comparing yourself and male.
Yeah, a lot.
I think they said 70. I think they said 70% of influencers are on steroids. 70%.
Wow.
So please just.
Yeah, you got your non-roidy trainer right here. So come follow her.
It's just ridiculous. Yeah, so please be careful with what you see online and what you compare yourself to because there's a lot of crap out there. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely important to remember, y'all, because you can't trust these hoes. You can trust this hoe. You can't trust those hoes. It's so bad.
Don't do it.
So, I know, like, a lot, especially women in society have struggled with this, but all people for sure, is like this pressure of looking a certain way and that being the reason why you work out, and that like taking over your mental. So how have you worked through that? Like, what are your struggles with that and experience with having a different reason for working out?
I feel like that's why a lot of people start, but I think if it's just for aesthetics, you're probably not going to continue along this journey. And it has to be like it really should be a lifelong journey, you know? Because if it's just aesthetics, it's not going to keep you going when it gets really hard. So something I ask like my athletes every single time they're signing on with me is like, what's your why? And if you tell me your why is to get bigger biceps, or your why is to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to be like, cool. Why do you want bigger biceps? Why do you want to lose 20? Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? And they're like, I want to look better. Why do you want to look better? Is it an insecurity? Do you want more confidence? And I'll be 100% honest. For me, the reason I got into fitness was I was scared. Like, I felt like I couldn't stand up to men very well and protect myself. So I got into fitness to be strong and to feel empowered as a woman. Mm-hmm. And that carries me to this day. What does not carry me is I want to have a six-pack. Because let me tell you, six-packs are going to come and go based on where you are in your life, what you got going on. Like, that's going to come and go. But the strength that you build internally, that just doesn't go, and it translates into other situations. You just feel more resilient. So I think it's important to dive deep into that why, because if you have aesthetic goals, that's fine. Like, having aesthetic goals is fine, but dig deeper, because that will carry you on for sure. Yeah.
I definitely need to find my why.
Right.
And it's specific to you.
Find the right whys.
That's
the right whys. And I think like, just speak briefly. I know we spoke about like in the past about like these people who kind of look at these other influencers, or it's like, I want to be where they are, or have the bodies they want. I think again you mentioned like 70% of most influencers online, are using like fake bodies and stuff like that. So you may like also agree, like people focusing more so again like on those personal, like you say before, those personal goals, those personal whys, and using that as like the catalyst for really just to stay connected in it and stay with it.
Exactly.
Longevity is a thing too. Like that's my biggest thing. I'm constantly thinking about. Even though I don't go to the gym, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I have not gone since the beginning of the year or worked out. So Amanda and both doing a lot better than me. So at the same time, for all the people who still like me, who haven't gone yet, listen, just know that this thing is a lifetime journey.
That's right, it's a lifetime journey.
It's her journey,
journey.
But the longevity is being a bigger part versus, like you said, just having abs or having biceps or whatever.
It's so true.
Because again, like you want to be able to still be able to move and maneuver when you get older and old age. And,
it's so true.
And I've worked in a lot of retirement homes too. And I will say, you could tell, like, you don't think about this now. Again, that aesthetic part is like now because we're young and youthful, we want to look good and we want followers. But beauty definitely kind of fades in that aspect.
But you can set like your health up for success.
And you can see the people in the nursing home who like or in more memory care or more they need complete assisted living versus the people who are still in like they pretty much in independent living is what they call it.
Right.
And they can still go and still move and bend and sit, versus the people who like bedridden almost. So you like I said, you can kind of tell in a sense like who's been more active, kind of throughout their life versus not. So it is important. Like,
and knowing that it's going to improve your quality of life. Like you want to be able to move. You don't want to not be able to go to that party or not go to that event because you can't stand for that long, or maybe you can't dance, or you want to be able to have that quality of life too.
I definitely know people that like can't travel because they can't like walk far enough while they're there, and wherever we're going is all walking, and I definitely want to like avoid that for my life because I want to have that freedom to do whatever I want whenever I want.
That's so true.
And it's so crazy because I've known people I'm talking well like in their 90s, who are so capable of doing so much. I mean, still bending and squatting and all these things. You know what I mean? Like I'm seeing like
some
people,
of them do more than me.
I'm talking about for real, seriously. I see this one lady like literally drop something and pick it up like it wasn't. No, I said I would have been struggling to get all the way down there. Like,
Exactly.
picked it up, got it like it was not like
Age
it was so
is just a
crazy.
number. Okay?
Right? It was
Right.
like God, it was so impressive. Like just thinking about it, it's wild.
Wild. So, do you have another?
No, that's all.
Okay.
That's definitely all I have for sure. Yeah.
Do you have anything before we go?
No, thanks for having me on. This is so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad
Thank you
we've
for
had
coming on.
fun.
Yes,
We've
glad.
had
Yeah.
so much fun.
I did. I learned so much.
Yes,
by the way.
yes,
So
and I
excited.
feel like it like reinvigorated me to do a little mental work to
Yeah.
prepare for the
that's
physical
important.
work.
Me too.
That's important.
I'm ready to get back in there.
And always go back to that. Go back to that. That's important.
Yeah, and I feel like you were saying, you got permission to start that. I feel like you gave me permission to start with small goals because
Yeah.
I feel
start
like I
small.
need to just
Like,
go
just go
full
for it.
in,
Yeah.
you know.
Please.
But,
yeah, if you don't take anything from this, just take that. Start small. You don't need to work out 3 times a week just yet. You can start at 1 time a week for 20 to 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
And then slowly build it up. Do that for 3 weeks, then go 2 times a week for 3 weeks. You know, you can start small. Something is better than nothing.
That's that encourages me too, because
Yeah.
as a person who, and maybe people may be like me as well, where you've had those years where you were really hard in the gym. And you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I always try to get back in it at that same level.
Yeah, no.
And then of course it's like I really can't, you know.
Yeah.
I really can't. And so like it's again, I get permission too to be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. I can start small too. You know what I mean? Like, I can do
start
that.
small.
Just get in there
Yeah,
for one
do
day. I'll be like, I can do like 6 days. I'm like, I gotta go back 6 days
Right,
again.
right.
So I find it in my schedule to go 6 days, and then it doesn't happen at all because I don't have 6 days.
And then you start beating yourself
Yeah.
up. It's like the whole thing. So
Yeah.
having that permission definitely helped me. I hope it helped y'all.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot more inspired and less like mad at myself because of this talk. So
Yes.
thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank you for
much.
coming. Thank you
guys.
so
We
much.
appreciate you being here, and don't go away yet because we are about to have a little workout set.
Yes.
So yeah, we're gonna show you some different workout. Well, we're gonna do different workouts. Tiffany's gonna show the workouts, and we're going to do something that everyone can do, no matter where you are in your fitness journey, and you won't need any equipment
Yes,
for that.
absolutely.
At home. So we're doing
At
that.
home workouts. Let's go.
Let's do it.
All right, keep on watching. And I guess we'll say this, and we'll just put it in the very end.
Yeah.
Ready?
Okay.
Oh, we say.
Okay.
We say okay, love you, bye.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you, bye.
All right, guys. My name is Tiffany Driscoll. I am your strength and nutrition coach, and we are about to do a workout. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram at Tiff Driscoll, DRISKELL. You can find me there. But right now, it's time to get in this workout. So let me tell you what's about to happen. We're about to do 5 exercises, guys. Okay?
Nervous.
We're gonna do. It's gonna be so good. We're gonna do 10 reps of every single exercise. Now we're just doing 1 round, but we recommend you doing 2, maybe 3 rounds if you have the time, okay? So what we're gonna start with, we're just gonna warm it up a little bit, all right?
Okay.
We're just gonna get our arms going, just get a little bit loose, you know? I want you to take a few deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Okay, we're gonna stretch out our lower body a little bit. So we're gonna do opposite hand to opposite toe, come right back up. So try your best to keep those knees straight. I want you to continue that breath work as you're doing these stretching exercises.
Breathe out when you go down, breathe up when you go. Okay.
Exactly. And I want you to start prepping your brain too. So obviously we're getting our body warm, but we're also prepping our brain and our mindset, okay?
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, you're about know that you're about to work, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good workout, okay? We're gonna do 2 more of these, and then I'm gonna demo what we're about to do. Last one. Okay, our very first exercise here is going to be a regular squat. So toes are going to be pointed out slightly. Legs can be a little bit wider than hip. Perfect. We're just going to go straight down and come right back up. We're going to do 10 of those. Here we go. That was 1, 2. Good. Focus on the breath. Inhale. As you come up, exhale. Awesome. Here we go. This is 4. Good. Straight up. This is 5. Good. We have 5 more to go, but I am adding a little bit of a pulse at the end once we finish these last 4. I'll show you in just a second.
And what's the form on this one?
So we're just sitting back, like we're sitting back in a chair. So you're going to drive your hips back first and sit back. Most of the weight is in the midfoot and the heels. Last one, we're going to hold. Stay at the bottom. We ready to pulse for 10?
Sure.
In 3, 2, 1. Come on, pulse it out. 1, 2,
Get
3,
my
4,
score
5,
going.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it out.
Yeah, I felt that.
All right, we're going to go into reverse lunges. So we're working single leg because we got imbalances going on. So we're going to take a step, bend that leg 90-degree angle, and come right back, right? So we're going to do 10 of those. Take it back. Amazing. Come right back. That's it. Good. This is 3. Your arms can come up like this if that helps you. Good.
Where should our back leg be?
So back leg, we're going to be on our
Straight
toe.
back?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Y'all are killing it. Y'all killing it. All right, we're going to give me 4 more before we go into our pulses.
Oh.
Good. Y'all, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Good. 2. Come on, last one.
Okay.
All right, hold. Just hold.
Okay.
Now let's start the pulse. So little pulses. 1, 2, breathe. 3, this is where it counts. Come on, you got this. 5, 6, 7, 8, out, 9, 10. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out.
Yeah.
Ow, that hurt me.
Yeah, my legs are on fire.
Okay, y'all ready? Other side. Come on.
Okay.
Here we go. In 3, in 2, in 1. Take it back. Amazing. Just regular. Good. Hands up. Don't forget to breathe. A lot of people forget to breathe through their workouts. We got to breathe. Good.
This is definitely a workout more than I anticipated.
You got it. Good. 6. Amazing. 7. We're almost there. Here we go. 8. Amazing. Here we go. 9.
Yeah.
Last one. We're going to hold. All right. Pulse it out. Here we go. 8. 2.
Come on.
3.
Up and down spark, baby.
5, 6. 7, 8. 9, 10. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Gotta work up your body, guys.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go into push-ups.
You gotta
We can do this.
Yeah.
We can do this. Shake it off. Shake it off. Okay, everybody, for your push-ups, you can do real push-ups on your toes. Second option is to do it on your knees right here, just like this. And then third option is you can go towards a wall and do a wall push-up if you would like, okay? We're gonna focus on keeping our elbows pretty close in rather than wide. If we go wide, that can put a lot of pressure on our shoulder joint. So we're gonna go for 10-ish. 10-ish. Here we go. Let's do this. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, you're roughing it out.
I can do for the push-up.
5, 6, 7. Come on, keep it going. 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right.
Yeah.
My triceps. Okay, are we ready for core and glutes, okay?
Let's do it.
So you get to lay down, guys.
Okay,
That's
I love
good
that.
news.
Yeah.
We love laying down. So let's lay down on our back.
Okay.
We're going to do a crunch to a hip thrust. So what this is going to look like is you're going to crunch up, come right back down, and your hips are going to come up. You're going to squeeze your glutes, drop it right back down. We're going to do 10 of those. Y'all got it?
You ready?
Yeah.
Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And crunch. Hip thrust. That's 1. Good. Focus on your breath. You got this. 3. Good. 4. Awesome. This is you time. Focus on you. You got it? Good. Halfway through. Come on. 6.
How do you do those crunches without like hurting your neck?
So I like to put my hands behind my head to support my neck, and I focus on my core, like driving up rather than my neck driving up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good. 1 more.
I did better after that.
Last one. Yeah, those hands can definitely support your neck. That helps a lot. Okay, so we're wrapping up with our very last thing. Are we all ready?
Yeah.
We might die. This is what I die on. So this is called.
Definitely where I dive in.
Right?
This
is
will
called
be
a
the
wall
workout.
sit, okay? So we're
dive.
all gonna line up on the wall. Everybody choose wall. I'm gonna be right here. Now people cheat on this all the time. I see this. No. We're gonna be at a 90-degree angle, and we're gonna be holding. Okay. So
Okay.
guys, I think we can do 30 seconds.
Okay.
If somebody has 35, That's impressive. You go for 35.
Yeah, put it in the comments if you do 35.
If you do 60 seconds, let me know in the comments too. We're going for 30 today. Are we ready?
I ain't ready.
Yeah.
My heart.
I'm ready. I got the motivation right now.
Okay, ready? And 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good.
Okay.
Yes. Ooh, yours is, so if you want, look at Amanda's. Amanda has her knees driving over her toes, which is good because it makes it harder. Yours is a really good stance too. If I wanted to make it easier, I could walk my feet out, but I want to make it harder for myself. Good. Keep it going. 15 seconds. Deep breath in. This is when you have to hone into that breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. 8 seconds. Come on. You're strong. You got it.
Yeah,
Let's go.
we are strong.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
I actually feel like I can keep going a little bit. I did. I'm good. I don't want to right now, but I felt like I could.
I just want everybody to know, my followers to know that this one counted.
This one is counting.
I got my first one for the year.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you feel like you can go for another round, go for it. Do 3 rounds. You got this. Rest a minute in between those rounds. Go for it. Yes.
Thank you so much. That was so great.
That was really great. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like with this particular exercise, like this is something that they can kind of do, follow through, like maybe in the morning,
Yeah.
or lunch or something.
Yep, you start it out, do it in the morning, do it for a quick lunch break. If you feel like it's getting easier for you, if you have dumbbells, get 5-pound dumbbells or hold a gallon of water or something like that. That's one way you can continue to progress it. But yeah, quick 15-20-minute workout in between lunch. Super easy.
I think this wasn't even 10. So
Yeah,
you can do it super quick. Yeah.
No excuses.
No,
I know. No, this workout definitely made me feel like, okay, this is something I can do every day. I might be like, I feel weak, but I'm good. At the end, I feel stronger. Like, I feel better.
Exactly.
I feel proud of what I did. I feel stronger.
Absolutely.
And more motivated for the future.
For anybody who might be thinking like, oh my God, I'm out of shape. And
Just
those
watch the
things,
YouTube.
Yeah.
And you'll see that we are too.
I realize that I am too.
And, well, not Tiffany, but we
Yeah.
are.
We all start somewhere.
But it's good.
Yeah, it was very good though and fun
crushed
and
it.
good.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Thank
Y'all
you.
did well,
But
too.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you again.
He was
Yes.
rubbing it out. Did you see his push-ups? I was struggling.
Yeah.
I look over to my right, and he's like,
Upper body,
Oh,
I'm kind of
yeah.
good at it.
I was like,
It's the
what?
bottom half that was little.
And that's why I was having so much fun in the squats because I was like, well, it's where I shine. So yeah, that's you got the
Like, listen, my
arms.
legs are like they're tight. They're tight. They're burning.
Hey, you didn't do anything if you don't get them
That's true.
burning.
That's
A little
right.
bit. Don't push
That's
to a
right.
pull, but
yes.
Feel yes, right.
yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you so
Thank you so
much.
much.
This
Thank
was
you so much.
amazing. You're so awesome, and we appreciate you being
you for
here.
letting me be here.
This is
Yes,
so great.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
And definitely check out Tiffany on socials
Yes.
at Tiff Driscoll, and we will see you all next time.
See you guys again, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. Well,
Love you.